Good morning, good evening, and good people, and welcome to the show. What's important today? Today we are going to have a big takeaways on the interview that His Excellent friend Matiangi was having today. Uh, what was the big takeaway? I think it was one of the best interview that is ever done, and I think currently what we are seeing from him is being more into a politician than he used to be. He's understanding the game of the Kenyan politics. So for this show, we want to congratulate His Excellency Fred Matiangi for that interview. He was very candid. He was discussing the real issue, and he was able to show a different breed of the presidency that is required in the Republic of Kenya. So what was the big takeaways from that is what we are going to try to go through and see the probability and ability of him becoming the next president of the Republic of Kenya. So mtanisikiza, munipatie your opinion, and we see what's the way forward for our Republic of Kenya. So the first thing, it was a message of 2027. So the Fred Matiangi we know was able to cast himself as a very disciplined and result-oriented or result-driven, and we have seen that one from him being the cabinet secretary, right from, or the cabinet minister, right from the interior, education, and even land that most people don't remember, that he was the minister of land, that he brought a lot of transformation and capped a lot of corruption in the ministry of lands. We saw that one in the Ministry of ICT. Remember, that was the first ministry that he was able to be given when it came to Jubilee government. So tunaweza kumbuka all that time when he was in government. So he said that he's a very result-driven person, and he said he was very ready to work for Kenyans. And the most important point that we, all of us Kenyans, we should stand and salute him, that he put a clause was asking that he needs to be judged by accountability if he has been entrusted by power. So that was the first major big takeaway from that interview. He is a man who is result oriented, and from the evidence that we saw him, and finally he said, don't just give me that power, but hold me accountable. And he said he's not a benevolent strong man, so he rejected that tag of being a dictator, but he said it's a style that's making things to be done. And in a Kenyan system, you need to, when you plan something, you have a goal as a government, you need to do something, you need to make sure that thing is done. So people should not differentiate. You should be able to differentiate between a person who wants things to be done and a dictator. So when also from them, well, let's see, what about the matrix in the opposition? So he emphasized that unity of the opposition and presented himself as one of the unifier for the 2027 flag. So I think that's the major question that people have been asking about the 2027 opposition plan. But he came out clearly and said that, I am going to be a unifier when it comes to opposition, and I'm the best man to take off, to be at the flag bearer when it comes to 2027. Na hiyo ni ukweli. So ukiangalia watu watatu, so tuko sure we can't, tuisema when we give like to Patiane Kashawa the flag bearer and become, it does not add up. So but alisema ya kwamba 2027 if is going to be an unifier in the opposition to be a flag bearer on that opposition unity. And also he talks about economy economy versus the populism. Remember he critiqued that one because in 2022 there was a lot of economic agendas which were able to be brought forward by the Kenya Kwanza government, but unfortunately it was just a populism way of getting votes. So he knocked out the tokenism, theatrics, people landing in choppers so that they can be able to give 64 Kenyan shillings, which is not a serious economic pillar for our country. And also he talked about the record of his integrity, and he said he has not regretted anything. He regrets nothing of him being in the public service. So akasema ya kwamba he is very happy for what he did for our country, and he did not steal anything, and that's why even people accuse him of not having money for politics, and he said the Kenyans are the ones who are funding my campaign. He was also asked about the policy contrast about the Uduma